the story of a loser boy who lives with a demon to achieve his goal. That demon kisses the boy to gain strength and becomes the strongest demon with the kiss. But the boy loses something for every kiss, so you better stay with me until the end of the video to find out. Hello, welcome back to Animo Time channel. For today's video, we have a very beautiful anime called Engage Kiss. A demonic supernatural anime that you shouldn't miss under any circumstances. Before we start, please like the video and hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with our new videos. The first scene begins with a girl named Kazara who enters an apartment without using a key. She wants to cook when realizes that the apartment has no electricity and gets angry. Actually, the owner of the apartment is a boy named Shu Ogata. He does very strange things to make a living and earn money, which you will find out later on the video. When Shu was a child, unknown people attacked his family and killed them all. He is now looking to find the killers and will do anything to get revenge. Ayano Yujiri, who was actually Shu's ex-girlfriend, buys him food when she sees that he has no money. Ayano is worried about him and always tells him to forget the past. But Shu's decision to take revenge is definite and will not change. Shu returns to his apartment and sees Kazara there who has cooked dinner for him. Kazara is actually an A-class demon who lives with Shu. Shu made a contract with Kazara so that he can achieve his goal, and Kazara takes care of Shu and fights alongside him in his work. Shu says that he ate outside, but when he sees Kazara upset, he decides to eat her food too. Kazara is also worried about Shu and assures him that she is always by his side and takes care of him. Suddenly Kazara notices the smell of another woman and gets angry. Shu is shocked and says that I was in the city, but we know he was with Ayano, who is Kazara's love rival. In the next scene, Shu attends an auction for a job about a demon hazard, which has caused a commotion at the entertainment center. 6 companies are present in this auction, and the one who announces the lowest bid gets the job. I&S company, which is Shu's company, wins the auction with the lowest bid, and other companies get angry because of this low price for an A-class job. In the next scene, we learn that Shu is working with the AAA Defenders company, the company that Ayano's mother, Akino, is the co-president of. Akino sends her daughter to help Shu, and the two fight with the demon until Kazara arrives. Kazara cuts off demon's arm, but it regenerates again and blasts her away. Shu is surprised by Kazara's powerlessness, and Kazara explains that she's powerless because they haven't performed their ritual since their last job that was 3 months ago. Shu agrees to the ritual and Kazara kisses him to gain her power, and after the kiss he faints. Kazara gains extraordinary power and her outfit changes. She attacks the demon dogs and kills them all easily. Then Kazara and Ayano fight because these two have always been fighting each other to get Shu's love. Shu regains consciousness but doesn't know where he is or what happened. He finds a note on his hand that Kazara said, "I'm in the middle of a fight." He arrives just in time and separates Kazara and Ayano. Kazara complains to Shu that they haven't had sex in a long time. She asks for a separate key to his apartment, but Shu says that you don't need a key because you can walk through the door. Kazara insists more, and when Shu gives her the key, she calms down and these two succeed in killing the demon. Then Kazara wants to kiss Shu again, but Shu tells her to get information from the corpse first. She does this, and then when they wants to kiss, the sound of the building collapsing is heard and the two run outside. In the next scene, some time has passed and the money Shu got from the previous job has run out and he is looking for a job again. It is reported that the police suspected a high school boy who wanted to kill the mayor in a conference. So the mayor's daughter asked for help from the anti-demon's office. Akino employs Shu again to handle this demon hazard. When Shu is in the lookout, a police officer named Miles appears. When Shu was young, he lived with Miles for a while, but because he lost part of his memory, he no longer remembers those days. The mayor's speech starts and he talks about the city. Shu and Kazara are in different places ready to attack the demon when suddenly the demon passes through the wall and attacks the mayor. Because Kazara can also pass through the wall, she stops the demon before it reaches the mayor. Shu and Kazara manage to corner the demon. Then a new order comes to Shu to capture the demon alive. Demon says why you two are working with government when Kazara is also a demon. But they ignore him and discuss about how to capture the demon alive. Shu decides to order a capturing gear, but because the price is very high and it takes almost all of their payment, Kazara disagrees. Meanwhile, Demon questions Shu and tells him why he's cooperating with the government that hid the details of his family's death. Shu is shocked by the information that Demon has, but at this moment, Demon takes advantage of the situation and runs away. Shu has no other choice but to place the order, despite Kazara's warning. Shu's order arrives immediately and the car carrying it collides with Demon and kills him. So the operation actually fails and Shu goes bankrupt again. In the next scene, Shu has a nightmare about the incident where his family is dead and his little sister is hit by a demon's weapon. Shu wakes up and looks at his family photo. In the next scene, we see a scientist running away from the police. We understand that the scientist is an international spy who's seeking Organium's resources and calls an unknown person on his phone, and asks for help from a B-class demon. Then Shu and Ayano went to see each other in the park. At this moment, we see a man who is giving another advice to someone. In fact, this blonde man has been seen 3 times in the anime, advising people in their work. He was seen for the first time in the restaurant next to Shu and Ayano, the second time in the gym and the third time in the park. Ayano tells Shu to hurry up and say what he wants because she came from work in a hurry and has to go back. Shu notices her fashionable outfit and asks her why she's wearing something like that at work. Ayano makes an excuse and says that I quickly changed to be suitable for the park. Shu shows her a picture of a B-class demon and tells her to inform her mother that he and Kazara will handle the job. Ayano is shocked by the detailed information he received from an unknown source that he even found out before the auction. She asks him if he's okay with getting information from someone whom he has never met. And Shu says that it doesn't matter to him where the information comes from. Meanwhile, Kazara watches them jealously from the waterfall. The auction starts to deal with the B-class demon Hazard, who is draining the city's power, and Shu wins the auction again. But the situation has changed and the government requests to retrieve the demon core because it has the city's electricity. They cancel Shu's bid because they think his company can't handle the job and it makes Shu angry. In the next scene, Ayano and the others are having trouble defeating the demon. Suddenly it turns into a butterfly and becomes more powerful. Akino finally agrees and calls Shu to fight the demon. Shu and Kazara perform their ritual and Kazara says that she needs a lot of power to defeat this demon and it takes a large part of Shu's memory. Shu agrees and says to take memories from 3 years ago when he and Ayano started going out. These two kiss each other and start their ritual. Shu faints again and Kazara attacks Demon with her power. A short time later Shu wakes up and there's a note on his hand that Kazara told him to aim and shoot. Shu does the same and the two manage to kill the demon. In the next episode, Ayano and the others attack a group of Class D demons in the Mafia, and after killing the demons, Ayano notices the man we saw earlier in the park. Next scene, Shu and Kazara meet with Ayano and Mikami to talk about Tony Rossi, who was seriously injured in the previous operation. Mikami explains that this man pretended to be a pyramid scheme seller, but in fact he was directing people to contract with demons. Suddenly, they call Mikami and inform him that Tony Rossi was killed by the Mafia in the hospital. To silence him, which this angers his fiancée named Maria. In the next scene, Ayano and Shu talk about investigation, but Ayano is very upset with Shu's behavior. She doesn't know that Shu's memories with her have been erased, but she's still madly in love with him. She cries and leaves, but Kazara follows her. Kazara explains and says that Shu doesn't have any memories of the time you were together and I've taken them all. She says that in order to contract with demons, you have to lose something in return, which in Shu's case is his memory. Later that night, the police attack the Mafia place because they suspect them of Tony Rossi's death. But when they get there, they see that someone has attacked inside. At this moment, Shu receives a message from his unknown source telling him to go to the Mafia's headquarters. Shu arrives at the place and sees that Maria is the one who attacked the Mafia. He enters a combat with Maria and then cops rush in after him and Maria runs away. Shu and the police find out that the recent massacre wasn't the result of a Mafia war, but instead the work of a demon Hazard. Then Mikami realizes that maybe Maria is taking revenge on the people who let her fiancé die. In the next scene, we see Maria cornering Ayano in an alley, and this video ends here. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. If you want the second part of this wonderful anime, don't forget to write in the comments.